It's Rico and Pearlo's House of Exotic Hymes Picks Frolic for the Stanley Cup playoffs. And we're going to be looking at Vegas versus Carolina series and for the game tomorrow. And of course, we have Statmaster Jay here. Jonathan Davis, he's going to bring us mass stats, I imagine, and some great futures. He's awesome at that. And Parlay Dre, one of the finest parlay bettors in the land, also with us, of course, again, like usual. It's this Carolina series. I'm probably going to give a lot of it to you guys on this one because you guys are more of the prop guys than I am. But as far as the series is concerned, I just like the 6 and 7 for the most part. I'm really having a tough time on a series winner in this one. What do you got? What do you think, JD?
I got nothing.
You got nothing.
All right. He's got all the.
This was Rico and Pearlo's house.
Right. Good night, everybody.
He's got all the bet and nothing to give.
Right. I mean, like I'm with you on 6-7, 6-7.
Oh.
No, he's not with us on 6-7.
Sounds like the electricity bill was 6-7.
We are going overtime, says Real Deal Primer. I will get. I think that. Oh, that's the one that I wanted to look at. Where do you get that the series to have so many draws?
That I do not know. I would try Bet365. That sounds something that you could find like on Bet365 or FanDuel.
I've been meaning to look at that. JD's still not coming in here yet. Anyways, you go ahead, Dre. What do you got? What are you looking at for that series?
So you're saying like the over under like 3.5 overtimes or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. I put my Bet365 away. I gotta go look at it here.
So as far as the series, I'm kind of with the same boat with you guys. I'm slightly leaning Vegas. I know. I just feel like everything's aligning towards Vegas. Not that, that has anything to do with it, but I don't know. I think it's going to come down to who's going to win the middle of the ice. And we've talked about it before, talking about how Vegas just finds ways to get puck to the net. And I know Carolina has been great at shutting down teams in that man-on-man defense. And that's another thing, too. Like, both teams play two totally different style defenses. You got one playing zone, the other one playing man-on-man. You have Carolina's penalty kill that's been great. Vegas's power play has been great. But I think when I look at the offenses and the defenses, like I like Carolina's offense and I like their 4 lines. They're rolling their 4-line forwards. But when you look at, Vegas's 4-line or Vegas's, good players, but I really like Carolina's defense. So, but when I look at the lineup, and I know Aho, Jarvis, that lineup really hasn't done very much. And I expect them to try to do something in this series. They're definitely going to have to be activated if they're going to win out this series. But it's just kind of, I just look at the lineup and I just think Vegas has more dogs. And even though that second line for Carolina has been great, I think that they're just going to win more battles. And they're going to win the middle of the ice. And they have a little bit bigger size than Carolina does down the middle. And I just think eventually they're going to win it out. Now, I like that 6. I think the series goes 6 or 7. And they both are both priced at like minus or plus 180, plus 200. So, even if you bet 1 on each, you may break even or profit a unit. So, I was thinking about taking Vegas in 6, and I think if Vegas wins in 6, it's 4-2. So rather than betting the flat 6, which is, I think, plus 200, I was looking at the 4-2 exact, which is like plus 550, plus 600. So, if it ends in 6, either series is going to end 4-2. So why are you going to bet? I mean, if you're going to bet 4-2, why are you going to take the 6 when you can take the 4-2 exact on both sides? And it's
Yeah, that's not
probably
a
going
bad
to end
idea.
that way.
Or 4-3
So,
exact on both sides.
yeah.
We take
So,
all of them. What is the price on the 4-2 and the 4-3 exact?
so the 4-2 for Vegas is plus 550. I'm sure it's less for Carolina, but yeah, I haven't bet Vegas in the full series yet. Um, Another way I was looking at betting it is betting Vegas uh, first game and betting to them to win the series. That was like at plus 300 versus taking, because I think the series odds are only like plus 130 or plus 140 for Vegas to win the series. So rather than doing that, I would rather, because I think like Carolina's had what, 3 days less off than Vegas has. Vegas has been resting. One's been resting 3 days. The other one's been resting 6. So, I mean, it's double the amount. I just think if Vegas is going to try to catch Carolina at any time, it would be in the first game. But on the other hand, too, I don't know if the rust part is going to take into consideration. I watched the interview with Torts and him saying that was his biggest concern is having too much time off and losing the spark of that fire that they have right now and what they got right now. So it'll be interesting. I think I'm thinking about betting the series live after watching, maybe half of the first of the game or maybe the whole first game. But I don't have a bet right now on the series. I just lean Vegas and I think they do it in 6. I think if it gets drawn out to 7, I think Carolina probably wins it.
Yeah. I like Carolina first game. So if you like, do you like Carolina first game?
Um, I am torn between the two. I think it's going to be a really good game because I think even though if Vegas has that rust in the first period, I think they shake it off by the second or the third and it becomes a close game. But um, the way I'm betting it is I have one bet out and it's both teams to score 2 and Vegas plus 2.5. It was minus 130 on Bet 365. And I bet that I don't think Vegas loses by more than 2. I think they keep it close and maybe get an empty netter. If they lose, they're going to lose by 2, and I would be safe there. But when you look at, like I know Anderson has been great. Um, Carter Hart didn't start off very well, but he's progressed and done a lot better. But I also think that Anderson's done great because he's not seen a third of the pucks that every other goalie's seen. So, just by default of volume, he's doing better because he's not seeing as many. And I think Vegas is going to get pucks to the net. And I don't think they're going to be straight shots. When you look at Anderson's history versus Vegas, he's let three goals in 6 straight versus Vegas. I know this is playoff hockey and it's totally different defensive wise. Vegas likes to eat pucks, and you know, um, Carolina just eats up the zone space and kind of gets to them. But yeah, I don't know. It's I think at some point they can, once they start getting pucks on net, I think Anderson could let up some. So that's what was my whole plus 2.5. Oh,
Some
JD,
coming in.
get your phone working. A's
Yeah,
trying to come
exactly.
in, but it's just flat.
See, I looked at it. Vegas really didn't get a lot of shots in that Colorado series. They
I thought they were getting close to 30 almost every game. No?
nope. Took a look at it. 26, 23, 25. One game they got 28. Then
Oh, no, I'm
Anaheim,
sorry. I was thinking about Colorado.
yeah, Anaheim, and they gave up quite a bit. So I'm doing my normal thing. Come on, JD, what's going on, buddy? I did my normal thing. I took Carter Hart over saves first period 9.5. It's minus 105. I took them for the game too. They gave up a lot of shots against Colorado. Colorado wasn't really playing with a lot of heart, and we know Carolina. So I think I'm pretty safe to say that Carter Hart's going to. It says haven't granted you camera access. What are you talking about? What's going on?
Yeah, that's weird.
There we go. I got you. There you are. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. So,
By the way, Pearlo, come on, man. They weren't playing with heart. Don't say things like that. Don't question players and heart
He
in the
he
Stanley
figured
Cup
if he
playoffs.
he figured if he
I
didn't give
mean,
you camera access, he was just going to be right.
I guess a better way to say it is they didn't have they had a hard time creating fire in their bellies for that game. They looked
That's
really
the same thing.
depressed.
That's the same thing.
So there you go. I don't think they were playing with they just didn't have a fire in their belly in those games. They looked like defeated is the best way to look at it. And it's really too bad. They got to look at that somehow. Just because when Makar goes out and you have Malinsky saying things like, hopefully we can win without him.
That was before game one. I know
that. And then with some of the things that the coach said, well, he's better than
they looked like they had a lot of heart, Pearlo, when they went up 3-0 in game 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the spark wasn't there. It's the belief, I guess, is the better word. They lost belief. And
I think they lost belief at 4-3 in game 3. I don't think they lost. They were winning 1-0 going to the third period of game 2.
Yeah, I know.
So they just got beat by a better team.
Just the mannerisms on the ice and what I saw, it looked like a team that was very frustrated and shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But I think Vegas actually did give up a lot of shots, although they did block shots. And I think Carolina, if you can get a lot of shots here. So I'm going to go with the Hart over saves first period. Already did, and the full game. I got Carolina money line and puck line first period. Tortorella said that he is concerned about a little bit of rust and stuff like that, and okay, so am I. So I agree with you, Torts. I like Carolina first game as well. I think Carolina wins the first game. As far as the series is concerned, like you said, all the things you said. I mean, I think Vegas has their top 3 or 4 players are better than anything Carolina has. Marner, Eichel, Stone, Dorofeyev. Maybe Dorofeyev, Jarvis, pretty close, but they've got better top end talent. I think Carolina's deeper, but I mean, Carolina's just as a team is so doggish, and they're so they play very strong. They play very hard on the stick, and they've got. So I think it's just going to be tight. It's going to be a tight series. I was looking for it, JD. Where do you get the certain amount of draws in a series? And
don't know. Maybe Caesars. Maybe Caesars. I don't know.
I know
I've never
that
looked
you
for
can
that.
get it.
Yeah.
One game to go 2 overtimes, stuff like that. I can't remember where you get that from.
I would try Caesars.
Okay.
Because they're the book that had total goals in the series over 31.5, which I think I'm going to pull the trigger on. I mean, Dre, if you're looking at both teams to score 2 tomorrow, you're talking 5 goals.
Yeah, I like the over tomorrow. I do like the over. I think.
I mean, I just think like you need one of those if you get because the Montreal series had 29 goals. We can't get to 32 in this one.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting a lot of goals in this series.
Okay, but if you're thinking that the series is going to go at least 6 games.
Oh yeah, when you think about it that way. Yeah, absolutely. So
I'll take my chances at 32 that we get 32 goals.
5, 6. So that would be an average of.
You need
Five.
2
You need
games with at
5.
least 6.
Yeah.
2 games with 6. Yeah.
You need So you get 3-2 and an empty netter. I mean, it's not crazy. I don't know.
All right, JD. So what was your thought? We haven't heard your thoughts yet on the series.
Well, I said lots of things. You just guys didn't hear me because
Yeah.
We couldn't see you. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was God talking to me.
yeah. Well, my son called and it just killed my phone, and then I don't know what happened after that.
Sort of is. Sort of is. It's JD. It's the stat.
Right.
Close. But
I mean, what have I mean, I've got I don't know where you want to start. I mean, I think that I'm with you on the 6 and 7. I played both of those. Vegas to win in 6, Vegas to win in 7, Canes to win in 6, Canes to win in 7. I've got Taylor Hall for most points in the series, and that's my way instead of playing Taylor because it's 22-1, and I just think if he wins the Conn Smythe, he's got to lead the series.
Yeah.
And Conn Smythe is plus 550. So
Yeah.
that was my way of playing Taylor Hall to be the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
I like that. I think it's going to be him or Anderson, and I don't. My I guess my reasoning for not picking Anderson is like I'm not guaranteed that he's going to see a lot of pucks, and I feel like a lot of the defense has done a lot of the work for him. But the only thing that I'm worried about is people voting for him for the whole LeMahieu thing, and him being his
LeMahieu.
coach.
Lemieux?
I'm sorry,
You mean Lemieux?
Lemieux. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Lemieux. And just the vote wise that ways. But I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
I think Hall's done a lot more work, in my opinion.
I don't think it's the Lemieux thing. I think it's more about Freddie has changed the narrative that he couldn't be involved. He couldn't win a big game. And while he hasn't had to be the guy, he's just had to make the the save percentage is okay. It's not outstanding. I mean, what is it now? He is. Well, I mean, his save percentage is .931, but his high danger save percentage is actually lower than Carter Hart's.
Yeah, I like Hart and I like Stankoven. I think Stankoven's made a lot of, like last goal type.
Right. So I think but if you like anyone other than Freddie, I would look to see most points in the series. You may get a better price than Conn Smythe.
Yeah.
Because none of those, like all those guys you could throw a dart at, like I think Stankoven, Hall, Jarvis. You were talking earlier about, the big boys, that number one line is still, I mean, they haven't made an impact in the playoffs. I went and pulled the numbers for them. What did I have here? Must be in my other preview. Oh, so you've got Ahu's got 7 points, Fetch has got 7, and Jarvis has 8. So that's 22 points. Vegas's top line is 44.
Double, yeah.
Those guys are I just don't see how they win this series if those guys are quiet again.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I don't either. They're going to have to contribute. They have to.
I think Vegas has the guys that can shut them down.
Yeah, they do.
Whether it's you've got Stone, Hurdle, and Sissons, or you've got the fourth line, with Dowd, and oh my God, I'm totally lost now. Colasar, and Cole Smith.
Yeah, and Cole Smith.
Yeah, so I find it very hard for Carolina to score goals.
I think Carolina's got him in depth actually, but I think Vegas has them in top 6 in top lines.
Oh, I disagree. Because I don't think depth. What do you mean, depth scoring?
Just depth overall players. Period. I'd take Carrier, Jankowski, and Robinson over there. over Vegas's fourth line.
Yeah, I don't think it.
Ehlers Stollenbach's a
wouldn't
great
dispute that it's.
shutdown line.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're going to, the Vegas, I think what Vegas has is that they're not going to get leaned on like Montreal did, for instance. They're not going to get leaned on like Philadelphia did.
Absolutely. I
And
agree totally.
So
yes, absolutely.
I think that's where I would agree with you. Maybe on a skill level, that Jankowski Robinson line is better than, but it's not enough. Like those guys just have to just be there. Like just have to show up. And then when you get a goal, and Robinson had 3 goals in the last series, but this is also going to be a very different series for Carolina than they have faced.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time they've played a team that plays like a 1-3-1 left wing lock like Vegas? They're gonna dump it in a lot, Carolina, and Vegas has the defenseman to get it out quick. Theodore,
Right.
Anderson, like they're not going to be able to get on teams like they did in Montreal, Philadelphia, and even Ottawa. If they give because what that 1-3-1 does is they make it so it's difficult for you to get out of the neutral zone, and they're gonna slow them down a little bit in the neutral zone. So when Theodore and those guys get it, it's going to be out quick. And I know full well, for sure, I should say that if it does get a little crazy and the pace gets going, Torts is going to tell them to ice it. Slow it down. He's going to keep that out of the zone as much as possible. So that's why I like unders through this whole series. I think it's just going to be a big under series. And draws. I like draws.
Vegas is going to eat a lot of puck. They're going to block putts.
They're going to block a lot. Yeah. They will block a lot. Because they still, even though they block a lot, they're still allowing shots. And I'd have to look. I don't think they're allowing a lot of high danger, so it's coming from the outside. And Carolina,
they don't let nobody up the middle. They don't let nobody in the middle.
Yeah, I mean they're so deep at center. I mean they're not going to get beat in the middle of the ice.
No.
With their center group. So a couple of the other things that I played, I sprinkled on Howden to lead the series in goals at 20 to 1, Hurdle to lead in points at 22 to 1. I had a bigger bet on Eichel to lead the series in points at 3 to 1. I took Stankoven at 16 to 1 for the most shots, and Dorofeyev at plus 750 for the most shots, and then Marner at 35 to 1 for the most shots. Because Marner is actually, I think he's only got 3 less shots in the playoffs than Dorofeyev. I think it's Stankoven's got 46, Dorofeyev's got 42, and Marner's got 39. So I thought at 35 to 1 for Marner, who, he's going to play power play, 5-on-5, and penalty kill. It just increases his opportunity.
Yeah. I made a 4-legger for game 1, 2+
Okay, I'm interested. Do tell.
Let me see. It's Dorofeyev. I know is 1 leg.
Mm-hmm.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
Stankoven and Eichel.
What, for 2?
For 2. It's plus 198.
Okay.
And I bet that over on FanDuel so I could get a little bit better odds because it's a 60-minute line. Yeah. So that's what I did. But when I was looking at shots on goal yesterday, and I know Eichel really hasn't been shooting a whole lot, but when you look at his history versus Carolina, he's had 4 shots on goal in 6 straight games versus Carolina.
Yeah.
So his volume goes way up against Carolina. I actually yesterday took my Sunday fun day to watch the first 2 games of this series earlier this season on the October 20th and October 25th, and just watch the games.
Yeah.
Just to see how they played out. Like, I know Vegas kind of dominated both of those games, but it was early in the season. I just wanted to see.
Yeah, the only concern that I have with that is that now teams game plan for just one team.
Yeah.
That's my, and so when I was looking at those numbers, I'm more chicken, and I would rather just play parlays with 2 shots
Yeah.
and take a lower, just feel
Yeah.
better. Just if they can't hit 2, then so be it.
Yeah. Like I saw Dorofeev has 13 shots in the last 2 games versus
Yeah,
Carolina, but
yeah,
like that's not going to pan out in a Stanley Cup, But I like his opportunity to get opportunities to shoot and attempts. I
yeah.
just don't know if they're going to find the net.
The one concern I have with Stankoven, like I looked at last series against Montreal, like he had a 7-shot game, and they had a bunch of like 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
He was
And
he.
that
Go ahead.
my thing was is I didn't like that he's consistently just barely covering.
Right,
Like what you're saying, there's no volume of it going up and him having like very deep games where like it's just one-offs where he
right.
decides to get 7 or 8, then he goes right back down to 2. And
Yeah,
he's content with doing that. So and that's kind of why I put him at 2 was because I think he at least gets 2. That's his average.
yeah.
And that line's been doing the most. But I
I
also thought about taking Hall for a point in game
yeah.
1. I think Hall can get us a point there. But like I said, I only got 3 bets right now.
So your 3 bets are the both teams to score 2 in Vegas plus 2.5, the parlay.
The parlay, and then I'm playing Vegas team total over 2.5.
Okay.
Just with the fact that Freddie's given up 3 goals in 6 straight versus Vegas. 8 of 10.
Okay.
I think if Carolina wins, it's regardless, and at least in game 1, I'm expecting an over, but I don't think it trends very much to the over after game 1.
So would you then play under 31.5 if you were to play one of the 2 for total goals?
I don't know because I think these games are going to stay close, but I think if there's a 1-goal game, like you're going to get the empty netters, you're going to get
Yeah.
both teams playing, so it could get out of hand, and I could see that 31 cashing.
I mean, because if you think the series is going 7, then there's no way you either don't bet it or you play the over, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if I was talking to Pearlo when you were taking the call with your son, but
Yeah.
like you were saying, we both like 6 and 7, and I was telling him like, I don't know, you can look at the odds. I only looked at the Vegas odds, but playing the exact 4-3 and 4-2.
So I've got those here because I played them.
Okay.
So I played 4-2 Carolina 4-2 at FanDuel when I got it was plus 430, and Carolina 4-3 was plus 400.
Okay.
And then the bet 365 when I did it had better odds for Vegas. At the time, I got 525 for 4-2 and 575 for 4-3.
Okay. So that I think I was just looking at it before the thing because I was saying if I like Vegas, I like them in 6. So I was looking at the 4-2, and I think it was 550 on FanDuel. So
Oh, okay. So
that's
it's
pretty close to comparable to yours. So
it's better because it was lower before.
yeah.
But I just think, I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just too chicken in this way. Even if you think it's just going to go 6, just play both teams to win in 6, and you're still going to come
Yeah.
away with a good profit.
Yeah. Play 4-2 on both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna at least get 4 plus 400 or plus 500 for probably either one of those.
Right.
Instead of playing the 6, which is like plus 200.
Yeah. Because you're going to come away with a minimum of 3 plus like 3 units.
Right. Yeah.
Rico says he likes Canes to win the first 2 at home, steal 1 in Vegas, and then come back home and finish it. He's going to sprinkle on 5 and 6. That's pretty impressive. You know what? I'm not saying this is a thing with this series. I could actually see that. I could, but I could also see
Vegas dead people.
Slow. I could also see Vegas slowing Carolina down, and Hart just going like he's been playing extremely well. I don't know how much he's going to be tested with high dangers with Vegas. So I could see Vegas winning in 7. I could see Carolina winning in 7. This one I could really see. I don't see the 5 so much though. I really can't see Carolina doing it.
You know, the other thing that helps both these teams is that they seem that they're healthy, relatively healthy.
Yeah, they're both healthy. Yeah.
I mean, at least there's nothing other than who knows what Mark Stone his back could go out a bit.
We don't know yet. Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, and that's big. Like, I'm not minimizing it, but both there's nothing that we're aware of on the Carolina side. At least whatever those guys have, they're taking enough of the Russian gas that it ain't bothering them. So,
it's like who's going down first, Stone or Anderson? Those are probably the two most accident-prone players on both sides of the line.
And there's always that hanging over my head. And when I watched Anderson, like there was some of those times in Montreal where they were taking shots that were missing the net, and Anderson was like floating over. I was like, "Where are you going, dude?" There was times when he didn't look all that great. And what Vegas is, like you mentioned before, with the tips and all of that, the way Vegas plays like that, I don't care what goaltender you have. They are incredible when they get their tips going, like from that hash marks and stuff like that. And I don't care who you're playing. If you can do that, you're going to have a good chance to win. So it is going. I just think it's one of the more interesting series I've seen in a long time. Two different styles, different great coaches, one great goaltender, one goaltender playing really well, but we hasn't seen like a lot of like actual action. So if Vegas finds a way to start getting pucks to the net, I like Vegas. That's
what. Well, look, that was what Look, totally different team in Anaheim, but that was what they felt that they weren't doing against Anaheim at the beginning of the series. They made life way too easy for Dostal, and doing it and accomplishing it, or saying it and accomplishing it, are two different things. We know what Carolina's going to do. They're going to keep firing. So, Pearlo, to your point about playing Hart over saves, makes sense. Like,
That's probably my favorite play tomorrow. Is that first period over saves? I put both.
What did you get? Both.
9.5 FanDuel. Great price. A little bit too good of a price, actually. I guess they must be figuring that Vegas is going to stop a lot or could start slow, and that would be not good for me. But I'll tell you here in a second. It was over 9.5 was plus 103 on FanDuel. Plus 103 for over 9.5. Really?
Yeah, now it's plus 105. Yeah, 10 plus saves is plus 105 in the first.
Yeah, and Carter Hart and 28.5 at minus 105. So the books think Vegas is going to be able to slow Carolina down in the shot department. And if they do, I like Vegas more here. It really comes down to whether Carolina is going to keep that possession like they normally do and play the way they can. If this is a lower shot series between both teams, I like Vegas to win the series. So I'll probably be betting this in series more. I did take Hurricanes to get first 5 shots again, though. Minus 145. I did take
that shot spread that FanDuel has. It's 5.5. I didn't have a lean one way or the other, but
yeah, after Game 5 when I got crapped out, the only time I played it, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with that. I should have just stuck to the Carter Hart, the first period saves for Dobish, and that's smart.
Not too.
But back to your, shots on goal or saves prop for Hart, and looking at the Conn Smythe, I think when you're looking at the Vegas side, there's really just 3 players for me. It's Marner, Eichel, and Hart. And I think that if Vegas wins, I don't think Vegas is going to slow down shots at any point versus Carolina. Like, I know that they tend to shut down people, but I think Carolina's going to still get shots off. And with Hart seeing that amount of volume, if they win and he has some outstanding saves, like he's got a really good chance at winning that Conn Smythe. But I think if you see Eichel or Marner rack up points in this last series, it's going to go that way.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
look, if Mitch, I really think if Marner, like I think Eichel, this is a series I would not shock me to see Eichel take over. I mean, he just seems to be able to come up and play in big games. But I think that if Marner continues to lead the series, lead them in scoring, it's going to be hard. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
to
the
overcome that.
sentimentality. I mean, look, he deserves it. He would deserve it. And sentimentally, I think, you know, people would want to give it to him. I mean, the guy's got 4 shorthanded assists in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
when I think about Vegas and the games that they've played, the person that stands out to me is Marner.
yeah.
You know, and
But I will
if you're
say the
looking
other,
on, go ahead.
yeah, go. No, the only other people I did sprinkle on both Dorofeyev and Howden because when you goal sell, they both have 10. If they have a big final, like 150 and 125 to 1 for Conn Smythe, it's kind of hard to ignore someone who's got, you know, if they get to 15 goals or
Yeah.
whatever it is. I mean,
And when you're looking at Howden too, it's like if he gets 15 goals, it's probably 15 assists from Marner, right? So
well, yeah, no, I absolutely. But it's, you
yeah,
know, and he's got 3 shorties in the playoffs. So I just think Howden, I think I got him at 125 to 1.
that's good.
I,
That's great odds. Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
you got to
leading goal
sprinkle it.
scorer, it's kind of hard not to pass up. So that's kind of where I'm at with, and yeah, I'm keeping it
Yeah.
pretty simple. Pearlo, I like the saves. I think that's a great way to look, Dre. I think I'll piggyback on your both teams to score 2 and Vegas plus 2.5. I'm going to put together a shots on goal parlay, but I think, you know, everything else to me is, it's easier for me to take a Vegas player prop than a Carolina one. Does that, regardless of who I think is going to win, because I think the Carolina ones, I go back to it. I think you just throw a dart.
Yeah.
It could be anybody.
I like that second line. Like, and to be honest, like in every game, typically I'm looking at Jarvis and Aho. Like that's a great point stack line, you know, during the season. But during the playoffs, it's been Stankoven, Hall, and Blake. So it's like it's
Right,
very hard to veer away from that.
okay, but like I just wonder who matches up against that line.
Yeah.
Like is that where they put the Marner line and they put Eichel? Like I think you could put Eichel against the Aho line and play the Marner line against Stankoven, Marner, Carlson,
Yeah.
and Howden. They've got the speed to play with them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really Vegas shutting down that second line and making that first line produce.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's going to be.
I mean, until the first line shows you they can do something.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm playing Vegas to win one of the 2 games in Carolina. So I'll play them on the money line tomorrow. And if they lose, then I'll come back with them in game 2. I don't know. I don't think, I just think it, I think we get, you know, a long series and I would do the same thing with Carolina and Vegas. Like I would play if I can get plus money on Carolina in Vegas, I'd play Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go mono on you in the game because I really like Carolina to win tomorrow.
My thing is I liked Vegas, but I was too chicken shit to take them on the money line. So that's why I crafted up that plus 2.5. But
well, no, I like the plus 2.5. I like that better, but I would still sprinkle on Vegas. I just think that there's value on the plus money. You're going to get them at plus money in both games, and if they lose game 1, you're going to get. I think you would get a better price in game 2.
Yeah.
Or
I thought about taking the puck line on both sides because I think more than likely somebody's pulling somebody's goal. Unless you get an overtime game, somebody's pulling somebody's goalie and you're getting a puck line on either side.
Yeah, I'd rather play the 2.5 and then not have to worry about the empty net.
Yeah.
I like covering myself a little bit. I really like Carolina to win the first game. So instead of taking Carolina, I already have Carolina money line in under 7.5 at plus 100. But Carolina Carolina to win the first game and Carolina to win the series is plus 130. I'll play that basically as a Carolina to win the first game bet. And Carolina to win game one and Vegas to win the series is plus 450. So I can play
say
both.
that once more.
Carolina to win game one and Vegas to win the series is plus 450.
Okay.
Carolina to win the game for game one and Carolina to win the series is plus 130.
Okay.
So I'm going to play a little bit on both. But I really like Carolina to win tomorrow. So I've got a lot of like Carolina first period puck line, first goal, first period, maybe. I really like them to win tomorrow. And like I said, but the biggest game thing for me tomorrow will be the saves prop for sure. I like that saves prop a lot, especially the first period.
So both Vegas plus 2.5, Carolina plus 2.5, under 6.5, plus 120.
Oh, that one's not bad too.
I think, and that way, if we were to get a 3-1 game by chance, like I don't think we're getting 5-2 or 5-3. I think the most that any team scores is 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess the way if I do it this way, I'm just guarding against like 2-0, 3-1 type things. Like that's for the not playing both teams to score 2.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, now it's plus 125. It's getting even better.
You can get one shutout in the series at minus 110, and I think there will be a shutout in the series.
I want plus money.
Yeah,
I'm greedy.
It's a bad thing about it. But
yeah.
2 shutouts in the series. I'm still looking. Russell said that draw thing I was overtime. Here we go. Any game to reach double overtime in series is plus 290. I'm going to play that.
Where's that at?
DK.
Is that DK? Okay, let's see. Where is
that?
Oh, yeah. It's not bad.
I like that one. I think one of these games will go to double overtime. Good enough chance, especially if we think it's going to go 6 or 7. I think there's a pretty good chance of that. Plus 290. I like that price.
Okay.
Yeah, so Carolina 4-3, 4-2, plus 425, 450. Are you putting a little more on any of these, or are you putting an equal amount on all?
Equal amount. I just did a half unit on each of them. Yeah.
All right.
Just the way I decided to play it. All right, I got to jump onto another call.
Okay.
So tomorrow, we're going to come on after the game?
No, we won't come on until Wednesday. Yeah. Because the game isn't until Thursday.
No, but there's a game tomorrow.
Yeah, but there's no game the next day. So we're not
Oh, I see. Okay.
Malhotra signed as coach in Vancouver, Rico said.
Who's that?
Malhotra.
Oh, about time they made the announcement.
You're going to draft his son too, probably.
But yeah, so we'll be back on Wednesday on my channel.
Okay.
All right. That's our full 42.
Take care. Thanks, everybody.
Take off, JD. See
All right. See you.
We'll see you, man.
Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Yeah, August collection. Hymes body. It's the best. August. Where am I? I've been inhaling a little too much Hymes lately. What the hell is that? August. June. And we have this is interesting. I don't know. I'm going to find out tomorrow how it is. It's our barbecue collection. So I don't know what that's going to be. You're going to have to watch the next show. I'll tell you what they're making it a secret, so we don't know. A barbecue collection. Hymes body there. That's get a good.
I love me some mesquite.
Carolina.
I love me some mesquite.
There's got to be Carolina honeys. Carolina honeys. Let's go, baby. Barbecue and lube mixed together as one. That's what I call a party right there. So that's all the picks that we got for you. Make sure I'll tell you JD today is what, Tuesday? Yeah,
Monday.
Tuesday. Today's Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. He just does VSiN tomorrow. No Serious Radio. Go check him out on VSiN. West Coast hockey, NHL hockey, right? HKY.
West Coast NHL HKY.
HKY on Twitter. He sends his picks out all the time over there. He gives you free picks like crazy, and you can also find all of his socials that he does, or all of his work that he does at Sirius Radio and VSiN. It's pretty cool stuff. I'd highly recommend you check it out. And Dre, tell them all about your stuff going on there, buddy.
Oh, you can find me over on, let me drag this thing over there. But you can find me on X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. Barbalube. You can find me on YouTube, X, Instagram, Twitch. Winnable. You can find me on Winnable. Get all of my official plays, text, email, Discord, Telegrammed to you for free. Also giving out golf plays from Thursday to Sunday. Don't have them every day, but if there's a matchup I like, I'm going to start getting back into that. I did a course review on the last tournament last weekend. So getting back into the swing of things there. But I'll start to, and then I'm going to start possibly doing some golf content during the off season. Maybe do a little course review, maybe give out some plays on certain of those days. So we'll see where we get to. But outside of that, after this season, I'm going to start changing up some of my contact, making better overlays so that next season we can bring you guys more Frolic. I'm
going to have to get together with you on that, learn how to do all that stuff so I don't look like I'm sitting in prison. I got to just... Look, yeah, it looks like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sitting in a jail cell with some Hymes. That's great.
Exactly. We have a contract with a couple of jails, actually. So we got 3 + 3 =. Thanks for coming in. Larry, awesome to have you again. Like usual, Russell was in the house.
Yeah, thanks for all you guys for being in here.
Real Deal Primer back in again. I love Terry. Terry Ray Vegas was in. I feel like the romper room girl. I see Terry. I see Rico. No one never said Steve. Used to frustrate the heck out of me when I was a kid. Anyways, I don't know. Probably this is dating myself. Most people probably don't even know what Romper Room is out there. You can check me out. Oh, by the way, swag still crushing. Hit again today. If you've been tailing everything, I'm tailing everything. He does now. Hit again today. Under 1.5. What was that? I can't
Or
remember.
actually, I don't think he had a bet today.
Was it yesterday?
Did he have?
Did we hit?
It was yesterday. The
Yesterday.
under 1.5 for Houston. Yeah, that was yesterday.
Under 1.5 for Houston. Hit again, like 27-6-1. He's crushing. $25 a month over at My Winnable, which you can get at Pearlo's NHL POW on my Twitter, or you can get it right here. Actually, I had it up there a little while ago. There you go. You can QR code that right there, and you can get it to get our picks there. Also, if you use Hymes 12, HYMES capital 12, all caps 12, you can get 40% off a full calendar year of NHL picks, which brings you to like $150 a month, and you get all swags, baseball picks for around 450 units. I was up this year. It's green all the time, so you can give to the Chafety Fund. Getting rid of Chafety all in the land. Barbecue style coming up this month. It's going to be pretty sweet, man. Can't wait till I get to go there and do our little testers that we do. It's fun. All right. I think that's everything. Oh, tap that like button. Do your finger Pilates. Make sure hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for your comments in the comment section. I love talking to you guys. We'll see you in 2 days over on Dre's channel. You got to be there. Exotic Wagers right there. Just put it there. Subscribe. Exotic Wagers. And yeah, talk to you later. Okay.
See ya.